Instagram ads are on fire right now. So if you've been hearing about them and thinking about them, now is the time to act and actually start advertising on Instagram. The Instagram audience is growing larger by the day, and your target demographic can be readily found on the platform regardless of industry. This complete Instagram advertising tutorial will give you all of the insights needed to run effective Instagram ads, especially after all the recent changes. Let's begin. Hey Jaime, if we're just meeting, welcome to the channel that brings actionable content to grow your business through online marketing. So if that sounds beneficial, consider subscribing. Okay, well first we want to understand the opportunity. Instagram has 3 available spots for you to show your ads in. They used to only have 2, but here as the past couple of weeks, they actually added a 3rd placement for you. 2 you're going to see on your screen right now, which is the Instagram feed and then the Instagram stories. What they just added is the Instagram Explorer. And the Instagram Explorer, as you can see here, is when you go to that search button and then start scrolling down the feed once you're going on the Explorer, essentially that search, your sponsored ad will show up. So as you can see here, the sponsored is right there. So this gives you a good feel on what your ad is going to look like. So now you have 3 places to advertise on Instagram. You used to only be able to do the feed, then the stories was added, now the Explorer is added. So depending on when you're watching this video, you could be looking at only 3 or you could be looking at 4 or 5 different placements. So Facebook/Instagram are looking for places to monetize the captured attention. So as highlighted at the beginning of the video, Instagram is growing larger in size. So the audience is here. Some additional demographics are joining Instagram every single day. So the opportunity continues to grow, continues to rise, and really no signs of it stopping. So this is the opportunity as it relates to where your ads can actually show up. The reason I wanted to pause and really highlight the 3 placements is because it's important to know where your ads will be going. And the second reason is because based off of these ads, I want you to consider what your personal preferences are in Instagram. So you know that you act differently if you're looking at stories or if you're looking at the newsfeed or now looking at the Explorer. So I want you to be mindful of that. I want you to keep that at the front of your mind as you're creating these ads because your consumer behavior is very similar to the behavior of your client, i.e. the people that ultimately become buyers, sellers of your service or product. So the way that you consume content is important as most likely your consumer and client are consuming the content the same way. So as you're creating the ads, you are putting their needs in front of yours and keeping in mind the ad creative, the videos, the images. You're able to craft a better ad, i.e. get more business. All right, so that was a bit more about the placements and a bit more of the logic behind it. So let's actually start creating an ad. We're going to go over here to the Ads Manager. If you're running a special ad category, credit, housing, and employment, any type of ads that have to do with those 3 categories, you will have to select the special ad category. So again, credit, employment, and housing. For our purposes today, we are running a housing ad. So right here, you see everything that's related to housing and then the employment and credit. It breaks it down on what would be categorized as a special ad category. And in short, the special ad category, by you calling that out, it's going to limit your targeting in your ad set. As you're launching your ad, you will have fewer filters, i.e. be able to target less. You can still target the same end user, but you won't be able to call them out specifically on the front end. And that has a lot to do with fair housing questions. It has to do, or concerns. It has a lot to do with privacy concerns and things of that nature. So that's beyond my pay grade. So we're going to continue going. Just wanted to show you the special ad category as it is important, especially if you're running a housing ad. We're going to run a traffic campaign. So Instagram allows you to run pretty much all of the other campaigns with the exception of two or three campaigns, but that's not going to stop us today. We're going to run a traffic campaign, and it's going to be a new construction type of campaign. Now, if this is raising some eyebrows, if you haven't run Instagram ads in the past, you may be thinking, well, this looks mildly similar to the Facebook platform, the Facebook Ads Manager. And you're right, because it is. So the ads that you're running on Instagram will have to be run through the Facebook platform. That's just the way that it works. Okay, now we get to the ad set. This is a targeting where we select who we want to ultimately see our ads. This is where a lot of the filters that we were once able to use for housing, this is where they used to be at, but no longer that is no longer the case. All right, so we're going to go with traffic, which is a type of campaign or the campaign that we selected. It's the new construction ad. And I'm going to put IG. We're going to go with newsfeed, no interest. So right now what I'm doing is highlighting the campaign, which is a traffic campaign, highlighting the ad set, where we're going to target or how we're going to target, and then the type of ad. We're going to do Dallas. All right, so traffic is going to ask us, where do we want to send our traffic to? Where are we advertising? Where are we going to take the audience that we have on Instagram? Where are we going to direct it? Which is going to be to a website. We're not going to worry about dynamic creative or offer at this time. Here, I'll just pause for a brief second. You can't use saved audiences and you can't use lookalike audiences if you're advertising for housing or credit or employment. Those are the two filters that went away. You can still use custom audiences, which is fantastic. However, know that you do need to attest that you're not discriminating against anybody in the custom audience that you have uploaded or created on Instagram or Facebook. Another big difference is you can't target based off of zip code. So we're going to go to Dallas and highlight that as a whole. As you see, this is now a 15-mile radius. The smallest radius that you could get to in the past was a 1-mile radius. That is no longer the case. You're looking at a minimum of 15 miles in radius. So I'm going to select people who live in this location. That's still very important. The ages, you can't select. You can't select anything outside of what's already highlighted, which is on the ages, anybody 18 and older. Gender, all genders will be receiving your ad. Languages, you can call that out. So if there's a language that you are more fluent than others, that's where you would select it. And then as detail targeting, the best way that I can explain it is if you are trying to target somebody based off of their demographics, their familial status, their income, things of that nature that are deemed to be more controversial or private, know that that is not available to you for targeting. So just know that. In addition to that, you can't exclude anybody from seeing your ad. I mean, you can narrow down your audience, but as far as specifically calling out, let's say real estate agents or other roofers or whatever have you, essentially your competition, you can't exclude them. So that's one big difference that has occurred. Again, I'm talking about the 3 categories in the special ad category. So credit, employment, and housing. Outside of that, it's still game on. So just know that. We're not going to focus on targeting at the moment because there will be a retargeting ad that I'll follow as soon as this one is launched. So this is more of the anchor ad, and then the retargeting ad will be calling out the people that have shown some level of interest by engaging in this particular ad. What's most important here, that what makes this an actual Instagram ad, is the editing of placements. And what I will suggest is that you leave Instagram highlighted, of course, by itself, but also that you split test the placements. As the beginning of the video, we spent about 2 to 3 minutes showing the different places that you can advertise: the stories, the newsfeed, and the Explorer. Test them out. As you as a consumer, you react differently if you're scrolling through the stories. You react differently if you're scrolling through newsfeed. So there's different patterns that manifest themselves. So call that out. Try different images. Try different videos. Try calling out the people much quicker in Instagram stories, as an example, than the newsfeed. Yes, you want to call people out quickly in your ads, as people's attention span is very small, but especially in stories, you're going to find that you have a millisecond to make an impression before people swipe on to the next story. So stories is, in my experience, a very difficult placement to be successful if you're just doing a broad approach. So that's why, at bare minimum, isolate Instagram in your ads. If you're running a Facebook and Instagram, at bare minimum, isolate Instagram. But to really get some actionable data, I'll suggest that you do Instagram's different, newsfeed different, and Explore different, especially since it's new. You don't want to spend money on platforms that aren't working for you. Let me rephrase that. You don't want to spend money on placements that aren't returning much, giving you much of a return. So that will be my suggestion. So I'm going to X out of these and only leave the Instagram feed. Now, when I do that, of course, this is going to come up saying that removing the audience network and any other placements will limit your reach. That is fine. I'm okay with limiting the reach, especially now since my potential reach is so large. I'm okay with that. I'm more interested in having actionable data that I can take action on as I'm running these ads and finding out which ones are less expensive for me to get actual leads from. So I'm going to leave I'm going to do a $50 budget for that amount of people, which in reality it should be a lot more, but I want to get as much data, as much engagement as quickly as possible, so then I can retarget those people that have shown some level of interest by engaging in the ad, and the audience will start accumulating much quicker. All right, so we're going to continue, but before we do that, please be sure to hit the like button so this video's reach is magnified and others benefit. Okay, now we label the ad name. I think it was Dallas IG newsfeed, no interest, new construction. All right. Now, if you have an Instagram account and you want to link it here, by all means, please do. But know that you don't have to. You don't have to actually link up your Instagram account at all. You can run it as is. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna upload, actually, I'm just gonna select a image, which you wanna be sure that it stands out. You wanna be sure that it looks Instagram ready, which this one, it does a good enough job denoting that it has something to do with real estate. If you have a video, that works even better. But for the purposes of this tutorial, I just want to keep it moving. I don't have a video prepared for us today. However, just know that you want to make the images stand out. If you can animate them, fantastic, which you can actually do that through here by turning them into a video, adding some additional images, which has a level of, I'm not going to say animation, but a level of dynamic viewing, so it calls out people's attention very much the same way as a video would, which you're turning it into a video, which is more of a slideshow, if you will. If you have a video, fantastic. Please include it, as that's going to help out with your results. All right, I'm going to come over here and get the ad copy. Now remember that we're doing only Instagram and Instagram newsfeed. So I'll point us back to the beginning of the video where I was illustrating the differences in placements. This is super important because this is what we're actually doing right now. As the placements, whether it's stories, explorers, or newsfeed, they act differently. Explorer and newsfeed are very similar, but they're different in a way. So I am specifically leaving out a ton of information in this particular ad. So I am calling out the attention of potential home buyers, stunning brand new homes in desirable blank city, just discounted by blank. I have a ton of other bullet points to include, but I would do that on Facebook. And I've split tested this time and time again. The larger ad copy just isn't working for, personally, me in Instagram. So this has been a better route to go. So the more information that you get, the more information that you receive through these split tests, the more actionable steps that you can take. So had I not separated out the IG stories, the IG newsfeed, and the Explorer, I wouldn't know to do this. So I'm leaving a lot of key information out of this so people can reach out to me. So as you can see here, I don't have too much real estate for me to work with in this particular ad. All right, so I'll just put my website. And it's very straightforward. So again, I don't have too much to highlight here. Just when people click more, then they'll see maybe 5 additional words. And that's what I would do. Just split test as much as you can from stories to news feeds and now the Explore button, so you know where your ads are working and where to double down in your ad spend. Make sure that your Facebook pixel is up and running because you want to capitalize on that traffic that gets fed over to your website or landing page, wherever you're driving traffic to, so you can retarget them in the next go around. So as mentioned, this ad is going to serve as the anchor ad. So I will be getting leads right off the bat from these people, from this actual target audience, but I'm going to get a ton more leads from the retargeting that I'll be doing as soon as people start engaging with this ad. So this is how you run effective Instagram ads in order for you to succeed with real estate, with mortgages, with car sales, roofing, really any industry that you're trying to break into. Instagram ads is a phenomenal place for you to get started with and or double down, because the opportunity is not slowing down. On the contrary, it is speeding up. So if you found value today, please be sure to hit the subscribe button so we can talk again soon.